When we first started, we started on Orcas Island because Canoe Island wasn't ready then. Canoe was, when we bought it, had no roads, no paths, no nothing. We had to start from scratch. And that's incidentally how we got the Ferry Queen, because it's like the landing craft in the wartime. It take the trucks and things and land on the shore and bring the materials up to build the camp.
Well, is everybody ready?
Everybody's ready. I don't know where it's going, but it's not going to the Columbia. You see both of these things happening at once. It's hard to say goodbye to everybody at once. Machine on. This is the one that picks up the heavy rocks. But in order to bring trucks in like this to build the camp and our house. Catherine Joe, that's the name of the captain, the Mary Joe. You to them, dear. You should have met them. They're very nice people. They'll be back. And so now, back to the kitchen. And it's with regret that we say farewell. And in French, à bientôt. To see this stream that's flowing down here for the first time, this is a historical day. 23rd of May, 1986. This is the front door of the Chateau Beauregard. Time for dinner. This is the identifying welcoming sign at the front door of the Chateau Beauregard. Didn't know, here we are home. Housewife getting dinner ready. I said, here's the little housewife. What are we having for dinner, dear? Dîner est servi en français, s'il vous plaît.
Soup will be on as soon as you clear the table.
Thank you very much. I'll do it. We thought up the camp in 1968, but our first session was in 1969, so you can count on your fingers from today how long that is. And we pride ourselves that we're now a quarter of a century old.
Three, four. Allez.
I don't know. How are you doing with that camera?
Now you're all on your best manners. Say something, Tim, if you're going to get in the view. Only talking actors in this scene.
Voilà, drapeau.
14th of July, 1985, Bastille Day, and
À la Bastille! 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 Allez, allez les prisonniers! Try the king! Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Wait! Ladies first.
Most of the time. J'ai une liste. Tout ça, puis tout ça, et puis tout ça, et puis tout ça, et puis tout ça.
You don't, if your glass is in the way, this will correct me. Besides teaching French, we also hope that we laughingly say to the parents that we hope that we will make ladies and gentlemen out of their campers if they're not already. We always add that. And one of the ways we do that is we try to teach them by manner and talking to them about the manners and the morals and the traditions of France, and by studying those we can appreciate our own.
Your mother will be over to Orcas. They will be late getting there.
Fairy Queen is dark! All aboard!
Bienvenue à Canoe. Hello, my name is Allison, and today I'm going to interview Skipper, the director here at French Camp, Canoe Island. You are the director of Canoe Island Camp.
Yes, I am.
Do you enjoy working here?
I enjoy it very much.
How many years have you been director?
I have been director for 8 years. This is my 8th summer.
What exactly do you do here?
I hire the staff, I recruit the campers, I write the brochures, I do all the administrative work.
What do you like best about directing camps?
I like the people.
Yeah.
I like the campers, I like the staff, people coming from all kinds of places coming together to have this experience.
Well, Canoe Island is a very unique place. It's not only a beautiful island in the San Juans, but it has a program that helps to build the esteem of children. The things that make it different from other camps is the fact that we teach French and that there's only 35 children at a time, so everyone gets to know everyone else very well.
There's a lot of opportunity for being yourself in the best way you know how.
That's a good statement.
It's easy to find something that you're good at. It doesn't take long to know what we have to offer, you know, whether it's archery or pottery or boats out there. And the counselors, we have a lot of time for one-to-one, you know, one-on-one with the kids, so you feel special. You kind of feel special being here.
Madame Coban, who's the head of the French department, teaches the counselors to teach French as well as teaching some French classes herself. She's a skilled French teacher. And the campers often say that the French here is fun as opposed to the French at school, which can be rather tedious.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mika.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Jema.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Pat.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Maria.
Nous sommes une classe de débutantes, mais nous savons les heures. Par exemple, quelle heure est-il?
Les 9h25.
Très bien.
Generally, late in June or early July, there's the best minus tide of the year. And when the tide is down, we bag whatever program we're on and go to the beach. Down there on the rocky beach, where we find all kinds of things.
Yeah. That's great. Hand it to Dominique. Let her.
Yeah, Dominique.
No, I can't.
Your friend. I don't understand. You love the snails, but you hate this.
Often we invite specialists from the outside to come and contribute something to the program. And
Which the clown was one.
Clown was one. That was a great day with them. The whole group learning clowning skills, techniques, and then putting on the show for all of us with what they'd learned, whether it was juggling or sound effects or...
Oh, another reason why I founded the camp is when I was a boy, I grew up in a lumber town, and there was a library, and there was nothing much to do in that town, so besides climbing mountains and swimming in the river and a few other things. So I read every book in the library, no matter what it was. And one of the books turned out to be The French Twins. It told about a pair of youngsters, maybe 10, 11, 12, in the wartime, World War I. And I just fell in love with those French twins, thought they were very brave and everything in the World War I. And that was another reason that I wanted to be French, or to learn more about it, and to have my daughter learn the language. Also, when I went to university, I had to take either scientific French or German for medical school, so I chose French, but I was so bad in it that my teacher was one lesson ahead of me, and I got a very bad accent, which I've never been able to lose. So I don't talk, I just listen, but at least I know what's going on.
Hello, welcome to Canoe. Today we are going to interview Dr. Austin, owner and director of Canoe Island French Camp. Hello, Dr. Austin.
Hello.
When did you get the idea of creating the French camp in the San Juan Islands?
A long, long time ago, before you were born. Believe it or not, I was a very young child in World War I, and I read all these books, and that was it.
Thank you, Dr. Austin, for coming. What do you think about a camp in France?
Oh, that's a part of the back of my mind for always. It would be a sort of reciprocity, you know, back and forth between the two of them. I think it would be a wonderful idea.
How do you see Canoe Island Camp in the future?
We've got many, many things. We also want to have sessions, you know, perhaps, what do you call them, retreats and things like that in the wintertime. And as you know, in the winter, the teepees aren't all that comfortable. So we have to figure out how we can get permanent buildings without spoiling the countrification of the camp. So we, little by little, we are going to build a French village right here. This will be a French village. And there'll be buildings like old France, like our water tower in Colombier. But we'll never give up the teepees. How we're going to connect teepees with French village, I don't know, but we're going to keep them.
Thank you, Dr. Austin, for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
A bientôt.
Thank you for asking me. A bientôt.
Hello? I'll be right over.
Welcome to Canoe Island's Westlake. Right now it's very still, and it's got moss on the top of it, which gives it a real nice green appearance. This is the reservoir for the irrigation on the lake, and it's also the place where eventually they will do canoeing practice whenever they figure out how to purify the water. But for right now, it's just a place to come and for the kids to run around, do cartwheels around it, and roll down the hill in the grass, and it's a lot of fun.
And the idea with this fire pit is it's supposed to resemble the crater of a volcano with rocks coming up.
Do games, volleyball net is good. partly down now. This is up to where the kids' teepees are. They are just down the path here.
Canoe is a privately owned 50-acre island located in the San Juan Islands, which are in the northwest part of Washington state.
At Orcas, our kids will board one of our private boats for a short ride to Canoe Island.
Here it is, Canoe Island, one of the smallest camps in the United States. Well, not because of its physical size, but because of the number of campers. 35 campers will have 50 acres to enjoy.
The nurse covers a 24-hour-a-day position at the camp, and we are there during the entire session.
Oh, I found the right transition. Okay. I would like you to choose the right camp for your children, and so I'm going to explain a little bit about the philosophy of our camp. First of all, we offer an intercultural experience. We have French and American counselors, one for every 5 campers that live in teepees together, who spend all of their time together in a group with a maximum of 35 campers. So we have a very family atmosphere here on Canoe Island. This island, all the way around it, 50 acres, is all for the campers. For the time that they're here, we foster the creativity, the incentive, and the curiosity that we know is inside of them to learn about a different culture, to learn about each other, to become real friends with the people that are around them, to learn how to show respect to each other, and to learn how to learn.
Let me tell you, my friend, if you don't come to this special place, now that you have the chance to it, believe me, you'll regret this the rest of your life. Here, this place changed you. It will change you.
Canoe Island French Camp is like any other summer camp you might be looking at, only instead of being a sailing camp or a horseback riding camp, we're a French language camp. All our campers arrive on Orcas Island, which is one of the 3 large islands in the San Juans. It's ferry served, and we load the campers into our 15-passenger boat, the Ferry Queen.
The food here is just terrific. It's awesome. I eat so much better here than I do at home. It's like eating out for every meal because you have like so many different things you can choose from. It doesn't matter whether you're like a vegetarian or what you eat.
We're able to provide a safer experience for children simply by virtue of our ratio of staff to campers. Our overall ratio is about 2 to 1, 2 campers to 1 staff member.
Going to camp is part of learning how to grow up. And whether you like it or not, and you're raising children, you raise those children to leave home. And going to camp is part of learning that, of leaving home, having a good time, feeling good about yourself, and going back home and knowing that you can do it. That life out there is not so frightening. And there are people out there who really will care for you, who will love you. So that a parent, in sending their child to Canoe Island, hopefully they're not apprehensive, because the staff really do care about the children. We teach French, and that's part of the program. It's what makes us different. But the child and how that child perceives himself and how they feel about themselves is the most important thing. It's fun as staff to watch a child come in who's rather apprehensive and go out of here flying high.
So now you've seen the film with all of the representatives of our camp. Institut Francil, which is our original name, but nobody can pronounce it, so everybody calls it the French Camp. And so I hope that the pictures of the young people that you've just seen have given you the right impression of our camp, because we're very proud of it. And now that I've talked, the cameraman, who's pure French, is anxious for me to get this over and clearly. So now I'll say goodbye to you and hope that you'll all want to come and see why this is such a wonderful place. A bientôt.